What's going on, everybody? In today's video we're going to be covering the trades that I took on BJDX. Alrighty, so the philosophy on today's trade was gap and crap. That's the bread and butter setup that I like to trade. As you can see, previous closing price is around $1.80. We opened around about 378, 380. That was the open price for today. Here, I guess I could hover over. 378 was the open. And that was roughly like, I want to say, I believe like 80 to 90% gains overnight. So that's good. That fit the criteria. And the criteria that we focus for on the channel is 50% or higher increase from the previous day. Ideally 75% or higher, but 50% will do. And another rule for my trading is no trades within the first 5 minutes of the day. That way I don't get burned on any initial price movement. But you can see my first sell was 100 shares at $4.04 at 9:34 a.m. But I was comfortable that the play had already developed, and I waited a decent amount of time, 4 minutes. I didn't get burned right here like the opening minute candle right here. I was thinking about getting short right here, but I was talking about it on the live stream earlier. This is why you want to wait so you don't get burned right here. I actually went short on this candle right here. You can see 934 down at the bottom, and 100 shares. High a day was currently 417, so that was going to be my risk point, 13-cent risk. And I grabbed another 100 shares to make my total dollar risk $26 at that point. And I just held on to my shares, keeping high a day as the risk. As you can see, we double topped there at 936. That was another good indicator that the trade was going to be success. We started to set some higher lows right here, trend downward. Tested those highs right here from 410, and 410 topped out again. So I put 100 more shares on at 395, bringing my average to the time down to 401, and then my risk was still at the 417, so that'd be an 18-cent risk, 300 shares, about $50, $54 risk, and my max risk on the day that I would like to have on a trade is $50, so that fit that criteria. But as we started breaking down right here around 10 a.m., I moved my risk down to around 410. So that'd be a 9-cent risk on 300 shares, be around 30 bucks. I then shorted 300 more shares at 366 at 10:19 a.m. as we were in this little bit of a channel. And as the 380s held up, I moved my risk down to 380. My average share size at that point was around 395, 385, I believe. Can't remember offhand. And so my risk would have been, if I stopped out right here at the 380 mark, it would have been like a 3 or 4 cent positive gain on the trade. It wouldn't have been a loss. So that was a good risk. And then I had a take profit order set at 346, which would have been I believe 4-1 off of the 395 risk point. So my shares average share position was $4.01, risking 417. So that would be with some leeway, probably like 15 cents times 4 would be 60 cents off of $4. So that's why I had like the 340 range. That was a 4-1 risk reward trade. And after I added the $300 on, or the 300 shares, excuse me, onto my position at 366, and then once the take profit hit, that was a total profit on the trade of $225. So that was another good trade. Once again, I will remind that we are paper trading. So total realized profits since we started a couple weeks ago is around $500, and I should have all of my money in my account by October 24th. So that's when the live money is going to start taking place on the channel. But this is just practice before the live money gets in, get me out from being rusty. It's been a while since I've been trading. And this is what's here. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart. Don't gotta scroll out so much. And as I started this video, we had a huge dump candle down to 292. It bounced back up to 348. I'm pretty sure this was a halt, and then it got as low as 264. So that was good. I was gonna come on the video and say that my 346 covers were pretty good because the low a day at that point only got down to 328. So I missed maybe like 18 cents of profit, but I got the meat of the move until this big dump candle right here. But that would have been some channel shorting these pops. That would have been some good payoff there if you were taking those trades throughout the afternoon. But I had things going on at 11, so I usually like to close out around 11, 11:30 in the morning time trading anyway. So I would have closed out the position or brought my stop loss down to around I probably would have moved it down to 350 if we were in this channel zone around 11:30, and I probably would have got stopped out here if this 340 profit mark never hit. Alrighty guys, some lessons to take away from today's video would be patience. I did have a decent amount of patience in the morning. Like I said, I waited the 4 to 5 minutes out of the market open. I didn't get burned on that first minute candle like we were watching over here. So that was good. I was patient on the trade. I had a decent risk. I didn't oversize in this beginning portion. The only reason I added onto my position is because I could have moved my risk to a meaningful zone where I still would have only lost the $50. So that was another good practice of patience. And I didn't get too greedy. I went for the 3 to 1, 4 to 1 mark. I hit 4 to 1, so that was a good trade, if I do say so myself. Things to look out for in the future, in the next coming days, tomorrow, Friday to be specific, is some more patience and just following the trading rules. And if there's nothing to trade, if there's, nothing fits the criteria, stay away. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment if you learned anything new, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly uploads. Take care.